Welcome back, everybody. I moved into the woods because we have a ton of wind out there today, and hopefully it'll help mitigate some of the wind noise by being in here, sort of a wind stop, if you will. But today we're going over the TP9SF Elite. I mentioned this in the 1 series video over on the main channel, but I wanted to do a dedicated video on this as well, simply because people search for certain things, and I want it to turn up in their search when they do so. So basically, for those that didn't watch that video, Canik has recently announced the 1 series. The 1 series, my opinion, kind of indicates that it comes with 1 magazine, which it does. But it also comes with a few other things that, or doesn't come with rather, a few other things that the traditional, like, full line of Canik pistols come with. So the TP9SF Elite originally comes with 2 mags. It comes with a holster. It comes with 3 back straps. This one doesn't come with a holster. It comes with 2 back straps, so the one that's on there now, and then also 1 other if you want to change it up to make it, you know, a different size for your particular hand. But otherwise very similar. The biggest difference that you're going to see from the outside, of course, is that the slide is Cerakoted black instead of the sort of gray silver one that the original TP9SF Elite comes with. And otherwise it's pretty darn similar. So we'll just walk through the features here real quick. Grip, of course, is a natural pointing angle, very similar to a 1911 or M&P. It has that same angle, so if you're used to presenting those pistols, this one will point naturally for you. Again, removable backstrap just by driving that little pin out here on the rear and putting a new one in. Grip texture on the Caniks is very good in terms of how they thought it out. So it has these little sort of raised triangular shaped things here on the front and back, and what that does is it gives you maximum aggression, really aggressive texture where you need it the most. So today when I'm out here, it's in the 90s, it's really humid. I don't think my sweat is too bad right now, but believe me, it's humid, and it sticks to your hand under recoil, which is exactly what you want it to do. And then here on the sides, it's not that it's not aggressive, it's just less aggressive. I know a lot of people for this gun are going to be carrying it inside the waistband, so if you're doing so, it's going to be less likely to irritate your skin. I personally would always like a little bit more aggressive texture. You pretty much hear that in all my videos, and it's because of what I just said. I shoot out here in very hot conditions all the time, and I like things to stick to my hands. It makes me feel good inside. So magazines, comes with 15 rounders. These are Mech Guard magazines. These are available lots of different places. I'll put a link down below if you guys are looking to pick one up, but it comes with just 1 15 round Mech Guard mag. Excellent metal mags, as you guys can see, they're drop free. Magazine release there is reversible. However, it is not ambidextrous, which is how I prefer it. I've gone into this diatribe many times, but we always get new viewers here. Ambidextrous mag releases, when I push them, a lot of times, you guys can see it coming through here on this side, it will hit my hand and it will not drop free completely. So I like the reversible ones. It's my personal opinion, and that is that. Continuing to move forward, we have ambidextrous slide lock, slide release, ambidextrous takedown levers. And guys, I have a full video on the original one of these for those that didn't see it. We have a light rail up front. A lot of the smaller type of plates will fit there just fine. This is the Olight PL Mini, the Streamlight TLR8, the new Surefire smaller lights as well, all fit on there just fine. I believe Crimson Trace makes like a little micro light. Enforce makes a little micro light. So all of those will fit on there and be nice and flush, which I know is what a lot of folks want. Trigger on the pistol is fantastic, as all Caniks are, and Canik pistols are. At this point, some of the original ones were a little bit different, but at this point they all have really good triggers. So we're gonna get you nice and close here, and you guys can see that red thing there on the trigger. That is a safety. For those that don't know, if I pull the trigger like this, it will not fire. I have to actually press that, and that's just to give it an added layer of drop safety. I should also point out there, while we're nice and close, that on the rear there we have a cocked lever, a cocked indicator. So when the striker is cocked, it is sticking out. When you actually pull the trigger, it will not be sticking out. So getting into the trigger press itself, we have a little bit of slop here. Then we have a slight bit of pressure until we come back here to our wall. Press on through it, brakes right at 5 pounds, which is excellent in my opinion. And then the reset, pretty short. There's not a lot of guns that have triggers that are nice and crisp like that with nice short resets, but this is definitely one of them. My SF full size is a little bit shorter. I'm not sure why that is, but this is still absolutely nothing to complain about there. And you'll see now that the striker rather is, the indicator is forward. So you'll know that it is not in the cock position. Continuing on to the slide, we have Warren tactical sights. We have a fiber optic, front red fiber optic. You can swap it out, of course, with any color that you want to until your heart is content. On the rear there, we have a U-notch rear. And it looks like we have a little bit of a ramp there that you might not be able to do one-handed manipulations, but that's not the case. You absolutely can. Using on my boot there, it works just fine to do your one-handed manipulations. We have a loaded chamber indicator, so it will stick up slightly if there is a round in the chamber. Serrations in the rear and the front. Front ones are usable. If you're a press checky kind of guy, have at it. Cold hammer forged barrel. Again, dimensionally, this pistol is pretty much Glock 19 all the way through. So there is that. The one thing that's not going to be Glock 19-ish, and is one of the drawbacks of the TP9 series of pistols, in my opinion, is that it has a slightly higher bore access. I don't know exactly what it is, 1 millimeter maybe, than like a Glock pistol, but it's really not a problem unless you're an IDPA master. You're probably not going to notice it when you're actually firing it, that it is a little bit higher, but it's just something to point out there. But again, points naturally in those sorts of things. Our slide has that black Cerakote finish on there, and underneath there is a QPQ or nitrided finish. So that way, even if your Cerakote starts to wear, and it will, Cerakote does wear, the QPQ and nitride finish under there will still protect the slide for corrosion resistance, surface hardness, all of those sorts of fancy things. Now, I should point out, since I'm ranting and we're already down that road, the original ones, the TP9SF Elites that came out, they had a spring in it, a recoil spring that was designed for NATO spec ammo. For those of you guys who are new, NATO spec ammo is 124 grain, and it's a little bit hotter than standard SAMI spec ammo here in the US. Most people in the US are practicing at least with 115 grain stuff that's loaded a little bit lighter, rather, if I could say that. Canik actually changed it, and they swapped the spring out now to be a little bit more forgiving for different types of ammo. A lot of people were having issues with it not cycling correctly, particularly folks who limp wristed their pistols. So for those who don't know, if you don't have a good hard grip on there, nice and high up, when the actual action goes back and forward, it relies on the pressure of your hand to go ahead and put that round back in battery and extract it out of there. So if you're really limp wristing it and you're like, hanging out at a San Francisco bagel shop or something like that, then it could have been a problem with the original spring and 115 grain ammo. They have fixed that issue though, so it's not an issue anymore. And if you guys didn't know that and you had the original one and you want the new spring, just reach out to Century and they'll send it out to you. So last thing, I don't think I mentioned it in this video, is that MSRP on this little guy here is dramatically down from the original. MSRP is like 340 bucks. Street price, you're probably gonna find it for a little bit less in the links in the video description. So yeah, it's definitely a good value for sure. No issues with it at all. Caniks at this point are have proven rather to be very reliable pistols. This one is no exception. And it's definitely something that I think a lot of people are gonna look at. The price point is attractive for sure. If you guys have any questions about it, by all means, post down below in the comment section. If you really need a question that you need answered and you're not watching on Facebook, Facebook is the place to reach me. Just shoot me a message over there. I get back to all of those messages within a few days. I get thousands of them a day, so work with me, but I will get back to you. If you actually need an answer, that is the place to hit me up. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Truly appreciate it, and I hope to see all of you in the next video.